therapist, physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
You're the most famous physical therapist on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Do you have sciatica? We got some self-tests here. This video, by the way, is a part of a series of videos on sciatica. If you've just happened to wander upon this video.
Sure.
If you go to bobandbrad.com, we'll actually have, and look for the series videos or video programs, you'll see one on sciatica, and you can follow all the ones that are part of this series.
Right.
All right, so it's highly recommended that you see a physician and have tests done by him or her to determine whether or not you have sciatica. But we always like to have you going in armed with knowledge. I'm sorry. And these are some tests that you could do yourself to kind of maybe give you an indicator whether or not you have sciatica, or maybe it's something else like sciatica.
Right. Self-diagnosis, you're getting into, professionals can have a hard time diagnosing. Right. So if you're doing it yourself as a layperson, take this with
a grain of salt.
A grain of salt that you're just educating yourself and you're learning things here.
Right. Okay, we're going to start off with the first one. This is called a seated straight leg raise. So let's say I'm having, it doesn't matter because you can do it on both sides.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to test the left side first. I'm going to straighten the leg out. I'm going to pull my toe toward me, and I'm going to bend my neck down. Now, if that increases, I got stretching pain with that, but if that increases pain down your back into your leg,
right,
possibly could be sciatica.
Right, and this is nice. You should compare one leg to the other, and if you feel a big difference in a different type of pain, the one to sciatica, that kind of stretching feels much different than a muscle stretch.
Right. That's a very good point, Brad, because I do feel stretching on both sides.
Yeah.
So the next one, this is going to be we're going to put a little compression on the spine. So first you're going to sit slouched. And then while you're sitting slouched, you're going to grab the seat pan and pull up on it. So what that's doing is, I'm putting pressure through the spine. When I do this, I want you to put your neck this way and see what the pain is like, and then put your neck this way. If it's worse this way and it's going down the leg, good possibility that you might have a disc problem.
This one, I want to give a precaution. If you sit down and you slouch and already the pain's getting worse and you're getting pain down your leg,
you're done. You don't need to do any further.
Don't do any pulling. Don't do the neck thing. It means that you need to stop. Doesn't mean it's sciatica, but it's an indication. But certainly don't do anything more because you may make things worse.
We don't want to make things worse. Right. Very good point, Brad. All right, this one is taking you off into kind of a different direction. I'm going to have you reach forward toward the floor. If you can go all the way down, go ahead, go all the way down. And if what we're looking for on this, does this decrease your pain? Okay, let's say it does. Let's say the pain actually decreases. Then I want you to stand up. Or sorry about that, Mike. I know I'm tall here. Reach overhead. And does that increase your pain?
Right.
And number 3, are you over 55? If you have yes to all these, then you might have spinal stenosis.
Right. So in other words, you bend forward. Oh, it feels better.
Yeah.
And usually sitting feels better with stenosis.
Right. If it feels worse going forward like this, now again, we're looking at maybe more sciatica.
Right.
But if you reach forward and it's better, you reach above, and the pain is worse. And if you're over 55, which means arthritis and stuff has had a chance to develop and degenerative changes, you might have spinal stenosis. Right.
So with all of these, you're going to respect the pain. You don't want to push into the pain and get it bad. It's just, it's starting to hurt. That's enough to stop. You don't have to say a little bit more. Don't think no pain, no gain. That's absolutely not what we're
out for. No. And the final thing, this is a thing that is also often referred to as false sciatica, is the piriformis. Now, the piriformis is a small muscle in your pelvis.
It goes from here to your sacrum, and it goes right over the top of that the sciatic nerve.
Or the sciatic nerve might pierce through it.
Sure.
And if that muscle becomes irritated, it can send pain down your leg. So this is one test for the piriformis, possibly piriformis syndrome.
Sure.
Do you want to lay back, Brad, and show that? You got your mic issue here, huh?
We're all right. Okay, and you can do this in your bed or on a carpeted floor works well too. So if you go up and you bring your knee towards you and then across to the opposite knee, that actually puts a
Opposite shoulder or
opposite
yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
Thank you, Bob. I'm not even talking properly, but that stretches the piriformis. If you do this and you compare one side to the other, and one side, let's say this is my piriformis that's tight or painful. Usually, when you do this, you feel it there and it's tight and there's pain, and then you do the other leg and there's a big difference. It goes farther. There's no symptoms. All you feel is a normal stretch in that part of the buttock. Chances are, it's a good chance that you have piriformis syndrome.
Some piriformis
Not for
involvement.
sure, though.
Right.
It just means it's more, and
probably going to do some more tests, and that's when you need to see the doctor. But again, that kind of gives you an indicator that, hey, it's something you could bring up to your physician and say,
Right.
hey, do I maybe have piriformis syndrome?
Right. I mean, I've had people do this comparison, and that made it better already.
Yeah, just by doing it.
Then it's clear it's piriformis, and then you just do the stretch more.
Doing a stretch, right. All right. Remember, again, don't leave things to doubt. Check things out with your physician.
Right.
So.